Hello everyone and welcome back to Revolution 2099. I'm Caillou. Today we're going to be watching the round 1 match between Stasis and Scribble. Stasis is on White-Black Empire Control, featuring cards from the latest set added to the format, Urshad Covenant of Blood. Meanwhile, Scribble is on Esper Empire Control, also featuring cards from the latest set added to the format, Urshad Covenant of Blood. Strange how that works. So, the format, it's really, last rotation really shook things up when finally, in 2098, Wizards of the Coast finally printed a green lifelinker and a blue menace, which back-to-back allowed us to add Mervo and Clicks of Nyland to the format after they'd been sitting in the submission pool, for nigh on 70 years. But that's just how it goes. There's just lots of sets in the pool, So, starting off, Stasis is going to be playing Backstreet Brokerage from Legends of Nova City, grabbing a plains, and he's going to play Kulnara Bloodseeker, one of the very strong cards from Urshad Covenant of Blood. Savannah Lions has come a long way. Now it's got a friend, and this friend gives it a blood token and also allows you to pump your board with it, so no slouch. Meanwhile, Scribble going to run out a Hollow Sanctum into another turn 1 blood token creator with Gift of the Oncolets. It's just going to cantrip. Right now, looking at hands, looks like Scribble has got one of their top-end extra turn spells, Ekbram, who's one of the deck's win cons plus card draw engines. Break from Stress, which allows the deck to really... it's a good removal spell, but also just allows it to grind out against other decks. And then Missing Piece of Reality as another way to interact plus get card advantage / artifacts down at the board. So Stasis with an incredibly aggressive curve. Kulnara Bloodseeker swings out and then into another Kulnara Bloodseeker and a Corrupted Navitron. Scribble definitely going to be feeling the pain from taking that 2 off the Hollow Sanctum. Does draw into a Chromatic Rift though. That's a really good top deck. So now as long as Scribble can survive until turn 5, can just blow up Stasis's board. Of course, facing 4 damage per turn is not ideal for Scribble, especially with the next piece of removal being Break from Stress on turn 3. And yeah, the problem is, I think that you have to play Lethal Sanctum this turn and bounce your Hollow Sanctum. That really sucks, because now you're like, oh, I'm going to be losing more life to the rest of my lands? Oh no, and it's going to play Dystopic Skyline, but playing Dystopic Skyline here means that you don't have access to Break from Stress next turn. I guess the idea is just wants Missing Piece of Reality up. Meanwhile, on Stasis's hand, Hymn of the Conqueror gives a full Empire because it's an enchantment type. And then Vault of Countless Codices, just going to allow Stasis to stack up card draw with Corrupted Navitron and really just outvalue whatever Scribble's got going on. Right now, I think right now Scribble is just kind of, or Stasis is just kind of running the board. Abomination Factory coming down and has a lot of fodder to sack to it. Kulnara going to swing out for 4. Yeah, this is just it's a little bit of a clunky start / keep from Scribble. I think the idea was hoping that the Gift of the Oncolets would help with smoothing. But yeah, right now it's proving a little bit. Stasis could probably Stasis could probably just play Hymn of the Conqueror. But no, it's just going to pass. I guess the idea is has blood tokens on end step if needed. Scribble is going to crack his own blood. Discarding Ekbram. That is interesting. I feel like, I guess that makes sense. I feel like I would discard Captivating Dreams here. I guess the idea is like Captivating Dreams, that would exile it. I don't know that's the worst though. Okay, Scribble does hit another land, but it's a tap. Like Scribble has like some land option. I guess he's just gonna play the Hollow Sanctum, Break from Stress is live. I think the problem with this though is that you won't then have like you'll be a turn like Chromatic Rift won't be online next. Okay, Stasis is going to activate Abomination Factory, sack one of the blood tokens, and draw a card. Just another land, but honestly not the worst when you're trying to get towards. Now it has enough lands for Vault of Countless Code. It is also just going to crack the. It's going to crack the blood. I don't know if I love that. Going to discard the land drawn to Guardian of Sinuria. Guardian of Sinuria is good here because then you play a Plains, play Hymn of the Conqueror, play. Okay, there's another land, so Stasis isn't punished for discarding the Plains previously. In response to attacks, Scribbl is going to break from stress the Kulnara Bloodseeker. Delirium is live. Huh. Sorcery. Oh yeah, because Ekbram is an enchantment and a creature. In response, though, Stasis is just going to sack it to Abomination Factory, so Scribbl doesn't get the Torment Spike mode, and draws into Border Besiegers. Ooh, so that's a 3-drop. I think that yeah, you just drop this, right? It's just you just drain 3 on ETB, and this puts Scribbl dead to rights next turn. Yeah, I guess not. I guess the idea is playing around a potential board wipe. And then Hymn of the Conqueror is going to come down. So now Stasis again has has 6 damage on board. Actually has lethal on board. Is presenting lethal because Corrupted Navitron gives +2/+2 in Menace. So Scribbl has to do something next turn, but they don't have the mana to Chromatic Rift, and they don't have any other meaningful board interaction. This might just be game 1 going to Stasis in pretty commanding fashion. And yeah, that's an island. I think we're just going to game 2 with that. Scribbl's going to Gift of the Oncolates. Nakasha's Sanctum is another land. But all of these tap lands are proving painful at this stage in the game. Like these bounce lands, quite good, again, especially with some of the other deserts in the set. But when you're operating on just like if you're operating as a fast deck like this where the card advantage matters less than being able to actually just kill them, it's definitely a little dicier. Scribbl's gonna crack the blood, I guess, just in case. Gonna discard, and that's another land. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, Scribbl's early land sequencing was just kind of unfortunate, and then just didn't draw into any interaction. So we're going into a game 2, Stasis up 1-0. The Kulnara Bloodseekers came in clutch there, and honestly didn't even need to run out any of the actual Empire payoffs in Guardian of Sinuria or Border Makers there. It was just a clean sweep with the aggro plan. Meanwhile, Scribbl's ETB tapped Desert Mana Base, while it's very good in grindy matchups where you can keep the card advantage going, proved the interaction just didn't line up well. Like the interaction definitely is like slotted towards a more mid-rangey meta, which, to be fair, lots of other the meta is favoring lots of slower decks. It's just that, and ostensibly the Empire deck is a mid-range deck. It's just one that can leverage a lot of early aggression very quickly. But yeah, let's see what each of these players brings out from the board. Okay, getting into game 2 with Scribbl on the play. This time is going to have their tap land turn 1, has all 3 colors and 2 basics, so it means they can actually play on curve. 2 of their big win cons in Neuralink, Paragon, and Leon, but more importantly, Shadow Strangulation is going to be here as a hybrid. You can either play it as an enchantment or just play it as a removal spell straight up. So now Scribbl can just kill the Kulnara Bloodseeker, or just hold it up for something else. Law turn 3 means that Scribbl can curve this into another piece of removal. And at that point, as long as Scribbl can just survive until turn 5 to drop either Leon or Neuralink Paragon, is in a very good spot. Okay, and then main 2, Stasis is going to play Imperator's Authority. So this is a drain 2 every turn. That is pretty powerful. Unfortunately, Scribbl is just going to untap and law this. Stasis does have a lot of action, though. No lands, but Bloodpact Sukkul, Kulnara Bloodpact Sickle is a great 2-drop, in that if you have a full Empire, allows you to just sack it all to make a 4/4 flyer, and especially with lots of disposable pieces of Empires, quite good. Conqueror is another piece of the mid-range plan that just really drains opponents out of the game. Inistu's Charm, quite good, just to, like, again, contributes to the drain game plan, versus like controlling decks. You can just be like, well, you no longer have cards in your hand. But I think Stasis, out of all the cards we discussed, is going to run out Den Prowler this turn. You can just it's a 4-power creature that also just serves as hand attack, and that way Stasis can just remove. I think that if you're Stasis, you probably, hard to say. I almost wonder if you remove Gift of the Oncoliths, but I don't think that's right. Oh no, okay. He's actually going to play Kulnara Bloodseeker into Bloodpact Sickle. That is interesting. Huh. My thought is that I prefer keeping up Kulnara and Blood. I think you just play your 3-drop. The reason being is because the keeping 2 playable threats means that you can actually sequence through counter magic well. Law is going to drop a non-creature tax, so no initiative, or I guess no initiative charm unless Stasis draws a land. But I think more likely it's going to be a Conqueror of Empires drop. Okay, Scribble is going to play Gift of the Oncoliths, draws into a Backstreet Brokerage, which is quite nice, because now for 1 life, just can grab a Plains. Splendor of Marble Row is going to come down and just grab whatever Stasis' biggest threat is. Ooh, and a Border Besieger. Border Besiegers, quite, again, the removal of Imperator's Authority was huge, because now Stasis doesn't have a full Empire, so lots of the payoffs are operating at half efficiency. But again, that's still 4 damage on board. I think Scribble, you just kind of have to take this at this point. No? Okay. Is going to Splendor of Marble Row now, and is going to grab the Bloodpact Sickle. So, makes sense. It has a potential to create an even stronger threat. But this leaves Stasis open to cast the Den Prowler, yup. And I think that you probably are fine with grabbing because you want to grab Neuralink Paragon, because that just, Neuralink can come down, eat an attacker, blow up one of your things. Leon, at least you can pressure with your board. Though, of course, the Law makes it hard. The discovery mode of Law does make it difficult to actually profitably attack while also developing your board. And yep, okay, Stasis comes to the same conclusion, is going to grab the Neuralink Paragon. And the Neuralink Paragon can also just, let's see, can Neuralink Paragon just remove? Yeah, Neuralink Paragon can actually just come down and immediately remove Den Prowler, because artifact creature equipment, no, okay, so, actually no, sorry, so the network would be x equals 2. So, but twice x or less. Oh, okay, so no, never mind. So could grab Splendor of Marble Row. Okay. Yeah, so Neuralink Paragon would actually just be able to straight up remove Den Prowler, and then could get back the other card. Oh, that is a really unfortunate top deck for Stasis. So a second copy of Neuralink Paragon has hit the battlefield. Oh, so this is going to come back. It's going to recur Splendor of Marble Row and Shadow Strangulation, killing Den Prowler, getting back the other Neuralink Paragon, and then actually you don't have to because you can just block the other one, so you can actually Splendor of Marble Row. Well, yeah, you just have lots of options. Neuralink Paragon just kind of immediately comes down and nets you a 3-for-1 here. And Stasis's hand, which was quite good initially, is now definitely being hampered by the fact that he has not hit any more land drops. If he wants to play Border Besiegers here, has to do it now. Otherwise, Scribble can, if Stasis goes to combat, it's just going to get removed. So Border Besiegers is going to come down, going to drain the 3 life. Now and Stasis is just going to pass. Doesn't want to attack into the Neuralink Paragon. On end, Scribble is just going to cast it. And then you Shadow Strangulation, kill Kulnara Bloodseeker. Oh, wait, no, because it wasn't cast from hand. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, because it was cast from grave. Because usually the isn't cast from hand counts for devise. But oh, that's a back-breaking play. And then gets to do the Cloister on Den Prowler, getting back the other Neuralink Paragon, and has Missing Piece of Reality to counter something if need. Main 2, though, okay, is just going to drop Leon. I think you can just gain, like, doing the gain life, yeah. He's going to +1, has a wipe. I think that after what was a really difficult game 1 for Scribble, really, Scribble managed to just curve out with removal into the haymakers here. And I think that I don't see a way the Stasis can come back into this game. The Shifty Streets is very funnily turned down by the triple blood tokens, so can Shifty Streets into Conqueror of Empires? And Conqueror of Empires is another threat that hopefully can threaten to drain out Scribble before they stabilize. Yeah, I think Stasis forgot about the law on Kulnara Bloodseeker, so can actually Kulnara Bloodseeker to attack Leon. Just wants to play the Conqueror of Empires out here. So yep, Conqueror of Empires comes down. I think you can just sacrifice the blood token and then take 2. No, Scribble's just going to take the 4. Bold. I guess you can just untap, wipe, and then just keep Leoning. Like, I don't hate that. And I guess you also have another Neuralink Paragon. So you can just block a Conqueror of Empires. And Leon is gaining you 3 life each turn anyways. See, you just +1 Leon here, pass. Neuralink Paragon just as a flash blocker to eat Conqueror of Empires. No, okay, he's going to tap out Chromatic Rift, destroy all monocolored creatures. Stasis getting got by their own card design. Oh, all modes. Well, it doesn't really matter, but, you know, just for fun. And then is Scribble going to actually... Because Scribble could just create the... yeah, Scribble's going to make the Thopter. Okay. Yeah. So just going for continued aggression. Stasis has the second Conqueror of Empires, though, which could be annoying for... Oh, no. But Stasis is just going to concede there. It's hard to pull back in terms of value from Neuralink Paragon. That was just a really backbreaking play. And the removal suite of Law and the Devise removal spell really set it up quite well. But yeah, so we're going to a game 3 in this first match of this GP. Splendor of Marble Row is also really clutch in addition to Law, because again, it gave it was able to serve as an instant or sorcery for Neuralink Paragon that's secretly an O-ring. Scribble is going to keep here, has all 3 colors, does have an Akasha Sanctum, so turn 2 will be tapped out. But again, we saw how strong Leon was last game, but dang, Stasis all 3 games, Kulnara Bloodseeker turn 1. And then turn 2 has, despite not having more lands, if Stasis just keeps hitting lands, this is kind of a terrifying curve. You can just criticize to steal a card out of the hand while still hitting it with Kulnara. Den Prowler comes down turn 3, steals another piece of interaction, and then Conqueror comes down to finish the job. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, Faithless End is honestly an amazing top deck here. You just play Stark Expanse and then pass, and then you can just kill Kulnara Bloodseeker. So yep, Stark Expanse comes down, just the pass. And now Faithless End is going to come down. Oh, and Bloodpact Sickle gives a proactive turn 2 play as well. If that's what Scribble wants to... Or sorry, if that's what Stasis wants to do. But no, is going to run out the Criticize. In response, I think if you're Scribble, you just kill the Kulnara Bloodseeker. Yep, Faithless End comes down. It's going to kill the Kulnara Bloodseeker. So what do you grab here? Like, you probably just grab... Like, I think you can grab Break from Stress and then hope to hit a land and then grab Splendor of Marble Row? No, I don't... Yeah. It's kind of a tough situation. I was going to take Missing Piece of Reality so that Den Prowler can resolve, but then if Den Prowler resolves, it doesn't matter? Because you get got by one of the other removal spells. It's not an ideal situation. Okay, Scribble hits Lethal, Aspect of Oblivion. This is one of the gods from Urshad Covenant of Blood with Primordial. Essentially, modal enchantment that becomes a creature once you do all of its modes. And this is again, Lethal is a pretty big doozy. Stasis does hit that third land drop, very important here, because now has the access to Den Prowler. Though, yeah, I don't know if I love Den Prowler here. I guess you have to play it, but then it is just going to get removed next turn. No, actually, no. Oh, Scribble doesn't have double white. So you grab Break from Stress. Yeah, if you can grab Break from Stress, then Den Prowler at least gets a turn in before Lethal comes down to kill it. So that makes sense. Okay. But you can maybe hope to out aggro. Because like, let's say you swing for 4. You swing for 4 next turn. Conqueror of Empires comes down, deals 6. So like, you can effectively threaten to race. Of course, all this is contingent on Stasis hitting another land next turn. If you're Scribble, your hand is known. I think you just play Stark Expanse tapped, and then Nakash, and then, okay, first you Gift of the Onkolots just in case. So you Gift of the Onkolots off of the Nakash's Sanctum mana. See what you draw into. Yeah. Okay, Tranquil Crossing. Yeah, that doesn't really give you access to anything, so then I think you blood. But then what do you blood away here? You blood away a land? Yeah, I think you can blood away a land here. You blood away the island. You know, Stark Expanse tapped, pass. Okay, not gonna crack the blood. I mean, the hand is pretty strong. It has everything that you want. I guess you really don't need to use the blood right now. Does not hit a 4th land, so doesn't actually get the Dissolution. Yeah, this is a lot of hand attack. Like, Stasis would have had a back-breaking hand attack curve, but unfortunately just hasn't had the lands for it so far. But if Stasis ever hits a 4th land, this game gets way harder for Scribble. For now, though, Stasis just plays out the Blood Pact Sickle and then swings in with Den Prowler. And then next turn, it's probably just going to be Lethal coming down from Scribble, exiling Den Prowler, getting back the Break from Stress. It really is just a rate, like the life total raise here is crazy. Yeah, Blood Pact Sickle coming down. And yeah, Scribble's just going to tap out. Lethal's going to exile the Den Prowler that cuts Empire down 1 type, grabs back the Break from Stress. Feel pretty good about yourself. On end, Stasis is going to crack the Blood token to discard Conqueror of Empires, try and hit the 4th land, but both hits the 4th land and draws another one off the top. So this is really funny. Oh, that sucks. Because now you don't have a non-land card to exile for Dissolucia Thoughtbroker. And you have to signal to Scribble that you don't have a non-land card. Oh no, Stasis realized. Oh no, that's a huge misplay. If Stasis had just kept the Conqueror of Empires, at least would have been a 4-life swing, and then you can threaten to outrace Scribble. Yeah, still gets to swing in for 2. But in next turn, I mean, Scribble just drops... You just drop Leon, probably? Leon does get hit down pretty fast, but you have removal to back it up. Because, yeah, you have double removal next turn. So I could see just dropping Leon, making a Topter to try and block, and then you take some loyalty, but then next turn you have Splendor plus Break from Stress to kill threats. And it is going to use the lethal mode of taxing Stasis' spells for next turn. Oh, and it's just going to pass. Interesting. I guess the idea is has a bunch of instant speed interaction, and lethal is online next turn as a removal spell. So you don't need to really do anything rash here. Stasis is going to swing with the Dissolucia and Blood Pact Sickle. And then Scribble is going to Splendor of Marble Row. Yep. And then you just grab Dissolucia Thoughtbroker. And then takes 2 from the Blood Pact. But then Kulnara... Oh no, he's going to discard a land, trying to draw something. Hymn of the Conqueror, so that's another threat at least. Kulnara Bloodseeker. But Scribble has the Enforcer's Shakedown, just going to counter that. Because Stasis is running out of cards. And then Hymn of the Conqueror comes down. Or wait, Lethal doesn't say once all are chosen, it can attack or block. Okay, I don't know why. Wait, why didn't Stasis play Hymn of the Conqueror? Stasis should have played out Hymn of the Conqueror for the 1/1. Yeah, I don't know why. Because if assuming that's yeah, wait, no, yeah. I think you should have played out the Hymn of the Conqueror right there. Okay, Lethal is gonna grab back. Oh, again, another upside of Splendor of Marble Row not being a true O-ring is the ability to grab it back with Lethal. And they're just gonna tap out 5 for Leon. Yeah. Ouch. Gain 3 life, draw a card. But yeah, so has Lethal, has Leon, has a full hand of interaction. I think Scribble might be winning this, but does Border Besiegers say otherwise? Well, Border Besiegers just gets hit by a removal spell. It's effectively a drain 3 here. And yeah, next turn Scribble can just untap, double removal spell, and Stasis doesn't have a way to race the Leon. So he's going to play Hymn of the Conqueror. Oh, doesn't even have the mana to play Border Besiegers because would have needed... Yeah, so if Stasis had just played Hymn of the Conqueror last turn, would have been able to play Border Besiegers this turn. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, oh, and another Splendor of Marble Row. Yeah, I don't think that Scribble can lose this game, quite frankly. I don't know that Stasis has something... Again, because, oh yeah, an Ekbrom's Charm just counters anything that could potentially come down. So yeah, I think that unless Stasis has some crazy top deck available, this is gonna be Scribble winning 2-1 over Stasis. Swings out with the Lethal. Stasis is just gonna take it. Knows that can't afford to lose the creature, needs to try and race Scribble at this point, but how do you even race against Leon? Another Border Besiegers. Has to tap out, but then this gets Ekbrom's Charmed. Yeah, this is the control player's dream. And yeah, on attacks, it's just going to drop the Splendor of Marble Row to grab Bloodpact Sickle. Swings out for 6 with Lethal. That's Lethal next turn. Leon's going to +2 to make it Thopter, just to really make it easier. And yeah, that's a land. It's a pretty decent man land, but it's a land nonetheless. So with that, Scribble takes it 2-1 over Stasis after what is a commanding game 1. Oh wait, no, it does. Okay, wait. Well, Border Besiegers resolves, gain Stasis 3 life, but then Lethal still hits for 6, and Scribble has a removal spell for Border Besiegers as a blocker. So, yeah, okay, yeah. So this game is over. It was a pretty hard-fought back-and-forth set, especially with Stasis having all the hand attack. But yeah, that misplay in Game 3 with, what's her name? With the 4-drop hand attacker really ended up being an issue. And yeah, there's the Splendor of Marble Row, to the third Splendor of Marble Row this game, just to grab the little cat. And with that, we're going to be seeing Scribble in our quarterfinals, or sorry, these are our quarterfinals. So we'll be seeing Scribble in semifinals, versus what other deck and featuring what other cards from Urshad Covenant of Blood. Well, you'll have to wait till next time to find out. Until then, this is Caillou signing off.